Hello, everybody. I'm Gino Leonard, your host, and this is the Road to Recovery Podcast, Episode 2. On today's episode, we have special guest, Colter Janacaro. Colter, introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah, first of all, Gino, thanks for having me on. I've been pretty excited about doing this, and a little bit of myself. I'm a former football player at the University of Montana. I used to be teammates with this guy. Grew up playing sports. It's all I've known. Just football, baseball, basketball, track, skiing, some pickleball here and there now.
Oh yeah.
But that's about it.
All right, Colter. Let's talk about your injury. So you kind of had a beat up knee going through college and high school and everything. So take us through kind of what started your journey to really, your surgery you had.
Yeah, well, my most recent surgery, I had it's called a microfracture. So the cartilage in my knee was all messed up, and there's a lesion in it. So they went in there and they removed the cartilage, and then they drilled small holes in the bone, and blood seeps out and it scars over it and acts as a cartilage.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't know, but that was.
Yeah. And after you had surgery, were you still thinking that you were going to continue to play football, or did you kind of know after this last surgery, like, you know what, I think I might want to be done?
Yeah, I don't really know what to think at first. I met with my physical therapist I've been going to for a few years now, and
Shout out Tim Messer,
active PT, best in the game.
Oh yeah.
I went there and got some guidance from them and other mentors in my life, and just realized it was the best thing. And I'm happy with it.
Overall, recovering from an injury, everybody knows it's definitely a mentally and physically challenging process. Were there any significant mental challenges you went through on this process, or would you say it was more physical for you?
It's definitely mental. I think that's the majority of it. Just especially, the timing was right at the beginning of summer when I got it, so there's a lot of fun activities in Montana in the summer. Unfortunately,
yeah,
we only have 3 months to do stuff in the summer, so time of it kind of sucked, but just gotta stay busy.
Yeah, stay busy for sure. Did you find yourself filling up your free times with any fun activities that you weren't really normal to do? Like myself, I talked about in the first episode, started getting to fish more. I was able to go out with friends more, spend more time up at the lake and stuff. Was there more opportunities you kind of had?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more time to talk with friends and family, and then start an internship, as you know, with the firm, and so that took up quite a bit of my time. But then also, I think reading was a good part of it.
Yeah,
a lot of laying around doing nothing. So
not catching any fish.
Oh yeah, I was saving the fish catching for later on in the year.
Would you say that you've learned many lessons going through this process?
Yeah, patience for sure, and I think you kind of see the whole process unfold. You've already made big strides with your injury, but I think you just see the whole process kind of unfold in front of you, and it's beautiful. It's you see the strides you make, and whether it be you start doing agility ladders, once you start doing running stuff, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can definitely tell it's you plateau for a little bit, kind of feel a little bit going up, and then all of a sudden you can also feel yourself going down. It's definitely it's an uphill battle for sure.
Yeah.
What advice would you have for other people? What would you say to someone that was in our shoes? They just are newly, they haven't gone through it before. What would you say to them?
I'd say, just keep your nose to the grindstone with it. Listen to your doctors, your physical therapists, your trainers. They have a lot more wisdom than you do or we do.
Yeah.
So don't try to rush anything, because then it's going to set you back even longer, and you're going to be bored even longer.
Yeah. Now that you've decided to move on from football and you're on to new, bigger, better challenges in the world, have you learned lessons? Would you say that this has prepared you, and what you went through prepared you for everything else throughout the rest of your life, being a dad, being a spouse, being you think the lessons you learned through sports and through kind of coming over these mental obstacles have helped you out?
Yeah, definitely. It teaches you perseverance, I think, with an injury. It's kind of unexpected and comes out of nowhere. So definitely gets you prepared for those obstacles in life that you're gonna face, and a lot more major obstacles than just an injury or something. Like you said, fatherhood. Yeah.
It's definitely more to football. Everybody knows that. Yeah. Would you say your schooling's gotten better since you stopped playing?
Ooh, schooling has not gone better. Unfortunately, I've been occupying a lot of my football time with fishing now. So it's C's get degrees.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Current status. What are you up to now? What are you doing? What do you spend most of your time doing?
As far as hobbies go, I've been fishing quite a bit. I've been working and.
What are you doing for work?
Been doing construction type work for a contractor, and fishing, work, school, just PT, trying to hit the gym, get my leg right.
Yeah. What do you think your favorite part of rehab's been? Like, what part of the training stuff has been the best part?
Favorite part of rehab?
And least favorite. You can start with your favorite.
I'd say, like, as far as treatment goes, I think needling stuff is pretty cool, as well as compression.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, the stuff they can do with the stem and the electricity.
Yeah, science is a progressive field.
It is a progressive field. You never know what they're going to do next.
Yeah.
How about your least favorite?
Least favorite has to be doing the blood flow restriction machine.
Yeah, no, BFR's no joke.
Makes me want to claw off my leg when I'm doing it.
All right. 10 years from now, down the road, you're graduated, you're done with school. Where do you see yourself? What do you think you're going to be doing?
After this rehab and schooling and make a few bucks, I think I'll be 10 years from now, probably in the Swiss Alps, skiing my way through it with my beautiful wife and kids.
You think so?
I think so.
How many kids are you gonna have?
Probably around 5, somewhere around there. Carry on the bloodline.
Good. Boys, girls?
I'm good with either. I'd love to be a girl dad.
Everybody wants to be a girl dad. Who has helped you over this process? Like, is there people you're able to lean on and like talk to and ask for help whenever you needed it?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think having a good physical therapist, first of all, it goes a long ways. So shout out Tim Messer again.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a lot of wisdom. He's been in the game for 30 years or so. Also just having good sporting cast, friends and roommates. Yeah. Going through it roughly at the same time that you went through your injury's been sweet, and it's just nice to be able to relate to somebody.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely nice having someone to kind of lean on going through the process. You're not alone. Yeah, definitely with those mental things that kind of slow you down. I remember giving Colter grief before I had to have surgery. He was always slow to do stuff with us because he didn't want to bother it, but now I gotta take appreciation for that. I'm always a little hesitant to do certain things now because of it. And yeah, I definitely don't blame him for it. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today on episode number 2 of the Road to Recovery podcast. Stay tuned for episode number 3 coming soon, where we're going to dive into another student athlete and their story and what they've gone through on their process to becoming healthy and being able to get back into their sport. And we want to thank Colter for joining the episode today.
Thanks for having me, Gino. I really appreciate it again. It's a huge opportunity to be on this podcast with you.
No, we're keeping it cool over here. All right.
And endeavor to persevere, my friends.
Thank you, and stay tuned.
Peace in the Middle East.